In order to create a productive learning environment, a few factors must be taken into consideration in order to support and enhance the student learning process. Although each learning environment may be a little different, try following these simple steps and tips so your classroom will have everything a student needs to learn. First, familiarize yourself with the course and the Education Portal site. Equip your classroom with the necessary supplies a student needs to successfully complete the course. Encourage your student by setting up regular check-ins and pairing them up with students working on similar subjects. Now let's break these down into more detail. Although you may not be a subject matter expert, it's important to familiarize yourself with the courses and answer your students' questions to the best of your ability. Get to know the material by watching the videos and taking the quizzes. You can do this all at once or chapter by chapter, but either way, it will help you debrief your students and give them a high-level explanation of what the course will teach them. You can then be able to assist them further by answering questions that may come up, and if you can't answer the question, that's okay. You can always find the answer later and get back to them in your next check-in. A quick debrief can go a long way. Try relating the course to a real-life situation the student may have or will find themselves in. For example, you could equate some of the basic marketing skills that they'll learn in our Intro to Marketing course with the common experience of setting up a lemonade stand as a kid. Relating real-world examples can give you the ability to engage the students before they've even begun learning, which will in turn give you more credibility as both a leader and mentor. As a classroom facilitator, you will need to make sure students are equipped with all necessary supplemental materials. If you have a computer lab with several computers, you may want to invest in some headphones for each computer. If that's not an option, then just make sure your computers have speakers. In addition to your computer setup, provide students with a notepad, pen, highlighter, note cards for creating study aids. If you have the resources, print out the transcript that accompanies each Education Portal lesson and pass them around to each student. This is especially useful if there are a limited number of computers for students to access. For math courses, it can be helpful to provide students with calculators, graph paper, or any other useful materials so they get a hands-on experience. You'll want to set up regular check-ins to follow up on the students' progress and answer any questions they may have. Students often won't speak up if they need help, so it's important to initiate that contact and show them you want to help them learn. In addition to the one-on-one check-ins you'll provide your student, forming study groups may also be helpful. Study groups may take the form of 2 to 6 students working on the same course or subject, and you can set up meeting times throughout the week that they can get together and quiz each other on the material and have a discussion about it. By having students engage in conversations over the subject matter, students will gain a better understanding of essential concepts. You can also encourage students to collaborate both in and outside the classroom and generate questions that they can bring to discuss in their next check-in. These are just some ideas to get you started setting up your classroom and using our courses.